YouTube, it's your girl Honey. Today we're going to talk a little bit about having Chiron in your 6th house. I think I've completed below the horizons now, so that's, I think I've done 1 to 8 now. But I thought I'd go into the 6th house because that was the last one left, so now I'm happy it's finished, right? But anyway, Chiron in the 6th house. Chiron is an asteroid. It is called the wounded healer. Why? Because it is all about your traumas as a child and how it molds you into an adult in today, and how you can turn your wound into a healer. Okay, so the 6th house is ruled by Virgo. It is all about your health and well-being, your day-to-day routines, and your employment. So having Chiron in that house can definitely affect all 3 of those things, all the things to do with the 6th house. I just want to clarify this, right? Just because you have the placement, you may not completely relate to everything that's being said, but there's always someone with the 6th house placement that does relate to it, okay? So, Chiron in the 6th house, you might have been a child who did not adhere to the rules, structure. You may not have brushed your teeth. You may not have eaten your dinner when mum and dad told you. It also depends as well on how your Chiron's aspected. Like someone who might been quite nurtured by their mother, for example, someone who might have a Cancer moon, someone who might have been quite nurtured by their mother would have experienced a very soft parent, you know, like, Bobby, can you please stop shouting at mummy? Bobby, stop shouting at mummy now. That kind of parenting. Whereas you've got, if it was the opposite, like a Capricorn moon like myself, it might have been a parent that wasn't the most nurturing, but they had a lot of structure and orders to give you, and you was just not having it. You weren't listening. You was doing what you want, you know. And like I said, it just depends on your other aspects, your moons and stuff, and where they're placed. That can depend on how you react to routines. So you might have been a child that never did your homework, that misbehaved a lot in school. I remember there was actually a boy I went to school with, which I actually believe he might have Chiron in his 6th house. And funnily enough, the reason why I say this is because the 6th house is in opposition to the 12th house, which is house of Pisces. And he was a nutcase in primary school. He used to literally just not torment the kids. He was never horrible to anyone. It was just how he was behaving to everyone. And now that we're old enough, I actually spoke to him, I think probably 8 years ago. We're friends now. We're still friends. Imagine that we're still friends. But I remember him saying to me, because I was like, why did you misbehave so much in primary school? And he said, I had ADHD, man. I had ADHD, and you know, they used to pop me pills and stuff. And when I remember being in primary school with him actually, and you know, everyone's like, oh, give Daniel a pill, man, he's just acting out, he's just doing too much. Because his behaviour was just very erratic, but it was never towards anybody. He was not a bully in any way, shape or form. It was just erratic behaviour. And obviously the 12th house would represent, you know, anything in the mental state, so your subconscious and stuff. And I do reckon he probably had some type of aspect towards the 12th house in regards to how he was in school, because this is all to do with Chiron. I believe he has Chiron in the 6th house because of shit like that happening, you know. Chiron in the 6th house, people would definitely feel like anything that is structured, you know, like you go to school from 9 to 3, you go to work from 9 to 5, you're going to feel like, this is some Babylon system, okay? This is slavery. I'm bored here. I just don't feel like I'm living my full potential. These people are notorious for having 20 jobs, just bare different jobs, because, you know, they either always get sacked or they're like, fuck this, I'm out, because their work ethic is very different to other people. It's just not the same. They need to feel like they are in control of their day-to-day activities, their routines. Also with this placement, it can definitely bring, you know, surprises. This person would apply for a position that is 16 hours a week or 3 days a week, and they have to start at a certain time every day, and they wake up on time. You know, they've learned to get up now on time, they get ready, and they go out, and they've had a car accident. You know, this can also depend on where your Uranus is placed as well. You know, but this can lead to a car accident. It can lead to, oh, I've been run over, or you know, something's happened. Something will always happen in order to completely cut out their day-to-day routines. There's always a flipping surprise, alright? These people need to have a flexible working environment. They need to be able to come in and go whenever they feel like it, because like I said before, it's to do with just the feeling enslaved and feeling bored of being here. You know, they need to have something else to do. Now, going back to like, they keep leaving their work positions, or they keep getting sacked, they're going to have a lot of issues to do with their co-workers, with their managers. This can make the whole experience difficult to be there, because you go in to do a job, you want to, what is that banging noise? Fireworks. You want to go in and do a job, and you want to go home and get paid for it. But because of this placement, it makes it very difficult just to do that, because you're going to have issues with your co-workers, issues with your manager. You know, it's never going to be easy. God, what is going on outside? This Guy Fawkes nights, there's lots and lots of bloody fireworks going on. But it's mad, because I do relate a little bit to this. I've had 10,000 jobs myself. I had Pluto in that house, in Scorpio. So how I would suggest that these people deal with it is, you guys need to go down the self-employment route. Fireworks have stopped now, I think, but I feel like these people should probably try and go down a route which would involve you being self-employed, or working for yourself, or doing something that's creative that doesn't require a structure every day, because you guys are not going to take well to authority, to managers, to your employees, co-workers, because there's always going to be always going to be an issue, you know. And that's how I've also learned as well, because when Pluto goes retrograde, and it goes for a long time when it is in retrograde, I suffer heavily. I become, before I knew how to deal with it, I became unemployed during that time, and it affected the shit out of me. I hated it. On top of that, I've got Chiron in my second house, so I need, at the time, I needed the money to fund my lifestyle and stuff. So how I now deal with it is, I'm now self-employed. So I make sure that I'm in control of how my day goes. I'm in control of how much money I'm making this week. I'm in control of everything, you know, because it's all about being in control of your structure. And these people, I completely get it. It's definitely a pain, because to other people looking in, it's like, that's not even that bad. But to Chiron in the 6th house people, this is where you see your values in yourself. You know, if you're not working, you're going to feel like you ain't shit. Also, being a 6th house Chiron person, 6th house is the house of Virgo. Virgo is all about helping people, right? You guys, to help with your structure, also to do with the what I was just talking about before, you guys would benefit from having animals. Like, say for example, you worked part-time or a flexible kind of, I don't know, contract at like horse stables, which would require you to come in and to feed the horses at a certain time. You've got to clean the hay, you've got to do this at this time and that time, and it requires you to be very structured. Even if you have pets in your house, cats, dogs, snakes, turtles, it just requires you to, okay, I've got to take care of someone else or something else, but it needs to be structured, because it's someone else that I'm now having to look after. You know, that can definitely help, and that's also part of your karmic debt, right? Now, the 6th house also rules your health and your well-being. So someone who has Chiron in that house, they probably have a bit of anxiety towards their health, and how they feel about sickness as well. It can create like phobias. Me personally, I have a phobia of people throwing up. It's not something that I haven't got kids, and all now I'm not even sure how I would deal with the fact that my child's been sick. I don't know, like, it can definitely contribute to, you know, phobias as well. So these people would be absolutely amazing at nutrition, especially if it's like holistic nutrition, because that takes a lot of time and a lot of research into, God, my back, I'm stretching. A lot of research and time into finding out about natural herbs, you know, that can help people fight any form of infections or diseases or whatever. You know, you can also go down the route of being self-employed through that. There's a lot of people out there that are doing that type of work, you know, and this is all very 6th house related. So that is my video on Chiron in the 6th house. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, people.